All right, so the journal is finished. And I just went all out. I want you to know that. So here is the spine. This is how it looks like. So as you can tell, there's plenty of room. So you were able to put, a lot of whatever you wanted to put in it. But anyway, let's see what I put in it. So we close with a magnet. So we open it just like that. And this is the back of the front cover. So there is in the kit, there is this cutout, which is like so, which you can make a little pocket out of. So what I did is I cut it and then I made another one the other way around. And then this way I was able to have two pockets with little gussets on the side to put all kind of little things that you want to use for your journal, little labels, little tags. Okay, so I was able to put them in there. And I hope you can see it good. See, it's got little gussets on the side. And then I put a little name tag here with the word story. Okay, and then I use other words and put them there, embellished with the little shiny dots looking like brats, but they're not brats. This is from the dollar store. It's those little shiny things. What is it called? Stickers, right? The jewel stickers. That's what it is. And I use here, you're going to see I use them like here, and there. All right, so that's the front cover. The first page, well, I used those little stickers. I just went with whatever was on that picture, and I really love it for a first page. I put a little bit of lace right here. I put a little brad with a little ribbon. I made like a fake curtain out of coffee dye tracing paper. And I give her a little belt, and I give her little bows in her hair. And I put all those little words coming out of her papers that she's reading. Anyway, I'm telling you, I just got carried away with that journal. It was extremely inspiring to me. So anyhow, this is the first page. And I wanted it like whimsical and light and secretive and all kind of things, right? Now, okay, so there is room to write. Now, don't you worry, there is room to write. This is out of an old picture album. Those are kind of like see-through protection. They're extremely old, so... But I figure, this journal sure deserve it. I put some faux leather paper here, and I weaved a little bit of ribbon on the front and back. And then I had little cutout that I put here and there. It's extremely whimsical. So this is another page of the kit. And all the embellishment are from the kit, except if I said this is not from the kit, but most of them are from the kit. This is from the kit. This is some handwriting papers that I have that I put in the background. This is parchment paper. I think that color is called copper, if I remember right. This is some other writing that I found. This is a pen to match that pen, and this is also in the embellishment. This is coffee dye paper. I stenciled some music because there's music on this page, and I made that little pocket. That is also in the embellishment. I did a little opening and smooshed a little ribbon here, and I shadowed the pocket with, I think that's called deli paper. It's kind of like a brown see-through paper. And I put like little cutout in here so you can see it's a pocket. That's out of the embellishment as well. There's so many things to see in here. This is the coffee dye. This is one of the pen that I use as a border. Those are the pages of the kit. This is pure decoration. This is a little texture see-through paper that I made. Now that the music tag I had, but this is from the embellishment, that as well. I used those from one of the cutout that I did for the paper keeper, so I reused it here. In the middle here, with the thread of the signature, I put a little nib, and that's decoration too. That doesn't do anything with that. This page, I used some coffee dye tracing paper, and I cut the letters for writer and just put them here and there. Now this is a page. This is again a coffee dye page. This is the embellishment. That's in the embellishment. That's pieces of a book. That's the other side of the embellishment. That's also from the embellishment. I put some texture paper in the back of that. This is parchment paper. This is from the embellishment. This is a pen. I love those pens. This is actually a little pocket, and with a little bride and a little ribbon. That is part of the embellishment. And on the other side, there's also a little pocket. Those are the little shiny stickers. You know what? If I come back with the word for it, I will say it. It's kind of jewel stickers or something like that. Now here is the end of the first signature. So this is why I really like that type of binding, because I don't have a big cut off between one signature and the other signature. You know, it just flows. I really like the way this binding worked. So just saying. This is part of the embellishment as well. Now, this is handwritten paper that I put here. This is part of the background papers. And those are two little plates that I made with the letter V and the letter D for Vectoria design right here. Because that's the kit, isn't it? Yes! On the other side here, I made a tall pocket with the faux leather paper. This is from a book. This is one of the embellishments. This is a little double page from the little book that I put in here. Now here is a little booklet, but you cannot take it off. I sew it right on the pocket. And that's part of the embellishment too. It's a little book-like cutout. See, this is the back, this is the front. And I just put some tracing coffee dye paper, and I stamp it with some lettering here and there. And it's a whole little booklet. And it doesn't go anywhere. It is sewn into the pocket. And then you just tie it up right here. Now, this page, I put the little shiny dots right there, like a little headband for her. And I cut little pieces of paper that I stamped with some printing, handwritten print, and made like a little cascade of papers and right on top of a desk. I thought that was right in the spirit of it all. I'm telling you, I got carried away. I really dive into every page. It's like, ooh, I could do this, I could do that. This is a piece of vellum who has some handwriting on it, and it can use as a secret pocket or a little belly band. Like so, and as you can see the other side as well. This is part of the kit. Those pages is just, I mean, it really is inspiring. This is a baking paper, other known as crackling paper. I love the sound of it. Don't you like it, right? And same thing, I weave some ribbon in it, you know, so it shows on both sides. It's for no reason at all. I mean, it is just decoration. I just wanted to go with it, and I sure did. This is another page of the kit. This is a coffee dye with that's part of the embellishment. Now this is coffee dye. This is one pocket, which is part of the embellishment. And what I did, I shadowed it. I put a shadow with handwritten paper, you know, to just kind of make it a little bit bigger. This is a journaling card that is from the kit as well. Now those are words that I took from the kit. And this is parchment paper, and I think this one is gray. This is part of the embellishment as well, and that is a texture white paper. I think that was in a photo album as well. And those letters were also in the part of the embellishment. Here's another coffee dye. This is a little journaling card. It is part of the embellishment, as you already figured out, and that's a little tuck right here. And that's a little pocket. This is some more crackling sound. Like so. I put a piece of vellum paper right here in between. Now this is part of one of the full page background. I mean the full page from the kit, and it has that little girl on a sofa reading a book. So what I did is I printed it on cardstock, cut it out, and made it as a pocket. And I think that was pretty, I like this idea anyway. So I thought that was a nice pocket right there. Now here, because this picture here is pretty geometrical and, you know, kind of like serious, this old man is writing, I made, you know, kind of it's one of the embellishment. I made kind of a plate looking like a blazon, or I don't know, something like serious and masculine anyway. So I put little brads here and there, and I layer it with the leather paper and some, I think it's baking paper in the back. That is one of the background from the kit. Now this is another very old little protection paper from a photo album. Those are from the kit. I made them bigger by putting them on coffee dye and cutting around. This is one of the little pockets. Isn't that so adorable? This is one of the little pockets. But this is also parchment paper, and I think that's the ivory color. That's another little pocket. And those are the part of the embellishment. I picked that color just kind of to call on that side of the page. Now those I had, okay, that's the sound paper. We're gonna call it the sound paper. The crackling paper, I had a little bit of fun because they have tags with little typewriters, and it says Model 1. So here you have Model 2, and here I put Model 3. I figure let's get organized with the typewriters. This is coffee dye paper. This is a pocket that I made. This is out of a book that I just cut out, and there's a little journaling card in here. That's part of the embellishment too. Oh, actually, I'm gonna put it out because I'm gonna show you what happened later on. There is no reason at all for those other than it just made me so happy to have those in the middle. So this is what it is. It's just decoration. That's the daily paper I was talking about. And I just like it. I think it's so light and airy and mysterious. And anyway, I kind of like that. So that's what I did here. Okay. This is another pocket. This is the other side of the pocket, actually, with the handwritten. And I put the little label, little journaling card, some coffee dye paper, you know, to write a few things if you need to. This is more sound paper, and that's part of the embellishment. I had so much fun. Actually, I had too much fun doing that because I could have done it forever. I mean, it was really, really, really nice, you know, because it's already there. You just go with what you have, and it's just, I don't know, it was pretty fluid. Actually, I had, I think, too many ideas at that point. But anyway, long story short, this is parchment paper as well, the ivory one. This is kind of a lace die cut that I put on top of that, you know, very old protection paper. And that you can use them, you know, to tuck paper if you want to, or without anything for that matter. I mean, it's just pretty by itself. That's the end of the last signature. So here, again, I accentuate, you know, a few little things with the jewel stickers. Here, because there was a chair and then there was a book, and I thought, you know what, it's a reading book. So I found that pile of book that I thought I put on cardstock and cut around and use. I kind of like the colors. It kind of calls off a little bit of the border. Anyway, for what it's worth, this is what I did. This is one of the background of the kit. Now here, yes, that's what I wanted to show you. So this is from the embellishment. And if you see, it looks like 3 pieces of paper, or like one on top of the other. So what I did is I kind of cut around them and inserted more paper in it to give it like more an impression of volume. I just wanted to have fun. So this is what it looks like. And this I pin with the one of, I'm gonna show you the hardware I use with one little pin. And this is a tall pocket, and we're gonna go through that too as well. And this is an envelope where right now there's pieces of little coffee dye paper. So if you want to write notes or anything, you can put extra embellishment in it that you want to use in your journal. And then I made a slit in the back here, and the you know, the top of the envelope slide right into it, and then it stays just like that. Now so that tall pocket has a gusset because I wanted it to be you know, not too tight. And this is made out of chipboard, and I used the background in the kit. And that is if you are gonna write in your journal, because it is a journal that you want to write on. But you know, I'm aware that there is a lot of decoration and thickness of this and that. So this is to put in, and then this way you can write on a flat surface. And I think that should be pretty useful if you want to write in a journal that Patricia decorated, because gee, I sure put a lot of this and that in it. And that goes here in the back. You can put it this way or this way, whichever way you want to put it. And it should fit nice and easy. I'm going to put a little ribbon here. And then it just closes with the magnet. So what I use other than, well, what you see me doing the journal with, I used some old, fake old ribbon, right, for the tags and weaving. I used some lace, pieces of lace, which was like this. I used little brad, I just spilled them all over. So there is some hexagon brads, some square brads, some round brads, some tiny brads. I think all of those are Tim Holtz brads. I also use, but the jewel border stickers, obviously not that many if you think about it, right? I use those pins. See, those are the pins. This is what it is, right? Memo pins, okay? And that little plate in the front right there, this is one of those. and then I put a little right on each side, right? And that's my I'm a writer journal.